So I thought I would give you a quick rundown of the inside and functionality of this fully restored Humvee. First thing that comes to mind is those incredibly well-made grab handles. They're made of billet aluminum. They're really thick, very well made, and they serve two purposes. They actually serve right here to reinforce between the adjustable windshield area and the frame. So these are mated together, and then obviously to the rest. These are incredibly strong. You can probably move the trucks with this, and I'm very happy with them. They're really well made. They're not cheap. It's about, well, when you consider powder coating, it's probably well above $500 for the pair. Another interesting part is this little part here. I actually designed this because most of these air vents, which are made of plastic, hold on with just one plastic tab, and I guarantee you most of them break. So this is a little reinforcement. Then we move to these two areas. So you will see that my truck is equipped with an actual key, not to be mistaken with those cheap Chinese keyed starters. This is a mechanical connection to the actual original electric system, and so there's no chance that this will adversely affect the electrical system. It works really well, and of course, since these trucks are not equipped with any anti-theft device, well, there is one, and I'll show it to you later, but it's not very effective. So I thought having a key was really important. Now, as we move to the lights, let me take this out of the way. The way the lights work is quite interesting, because the military doesn't want you to turn on the lights inadvertently. That would be bad on the battlefield. So it actually requires an unlock to unlock the ability to move those buttons. So the way I do it is I push this one with one finger and then move to the direction in which I want to go. Turning them off basically bring this back, but there is no way to turn it on unless you're pushing this up. This is the dimming panel, basically for the gauges, and you will see that here it also has the ability to turn on the infrared lights to drive in the dark. Not that I've ever used it, but I'm told it works. Now, as we move here, there's actually a gauge that measures if the air filter is getting full. Now, I'm pretty sure that was super useful in the desert. So basically, as air gets constricted, that gauge goes up. I've never experienced it to actually do anything, but I would imagine it does if you're stuck in the desert. In terms of the gauges, we have an oil pressure gauge, a fuel level gauge, the odometer is currently showing 759 miles since I installed it, temperature gauge, and a volt gauge. On the right side is basically 4 choices. Either you're in heat, and that's during the winter, and there are two speeds, low speed and high speed. That's it. There's no controlling the amount of heat that actually gets in. So you turn it on and you turn it off. That's how you get heat. The heat is actually quite good in this truck. I live in New Hampshire. It's been super cold and I've had zero issue, although I have to say that it's very nicely insulated, so that's probably part of it. And then when it gets to summer, then you go to AC, and the same thing. Two speeds on the fan, and that's how it works. Now, the original system is that when you turn the AC on, a valve shuts off the heating system in the engine compartment. This valve is known to fail all the time, so what I've done is removed it and just put a simple manual valve on it. So when winter is over, I shut it off so that the AC can do its job, and when winter is creeping up, I turn it back on and basically don't use the AC anymore. So that's how that works. You will see here, this is actually where the deep fording vent valve control goes. That was removed by the military as part of the demilitarization. So I decided to use this hole, and this is now the fuel cutoff switch, which is operated by a key. That's an additional safety mechanism so that someone can't drive off with the truck. This is the manual brake, pretty easy to operate. You press this and bring it up. Releasing is just as simple. This is a diagnostic plug. Tell you the truth, never used it. Not sure how useful it is. And then we have our transmission. So under normal drive, it's always in high. And then you have the ability to go high, low, or really low. I have never used it myself. And then, of course, this truck is equipped with a 4-speed overdrive 4L80E transmission from GM. Now, as we move up, we here have a aftermarket USB plug, so it's got both USB-C and USB-A connections, and when you actually turn on the truck, it actually shows what voltage gets to the unit, and I'll show this to you quickly by turning on. So if you press this button here, it turns it on, and now I can see how many volts are coming in. This right here is the control for our little light up here. Not sure if you can see it. Here we go. And then it also goes down, up, so there it is. And then of course turn it off. This is our rear camera, because as you can see, there is no way to get a rear view. There is no rear view mirror. It's either your external it's the external ones, or it's this rear view camera. Works really well, very happy with it. And then we have a military issued basically phone holder that also works very well. It has those little tabs here that basically secure it. I've installed a little reading light. I find that useful. And what else is there? And of course behind here is what's called the doghouse, and as you can see it has latches which basically allows you to remove it and have access to the back of the engine. Here we have a camo box which I transformed into a cup holder, and also connected 3 switches which are not currently in use, but each one of those is actually has a connection that goes under here and comes out under here